Spartans, the truth behind the legend. They were warriors of legend. The name Spartan today means strength, discipline, and fearlessness. But who were the real Spartans? Beyond the Hollywood glamour and muscle-bound myths lies a story of brutal training, societal control, and unwavering loyalty to the state. This is the truth behind one of the most feared military civilizations in history. Sparta, or Lacedaemon, was a city-state in the region of Laconia in southern Greece. Founded sometime around the 10th century BCE by Dorian Greeks, Sparta would rise to become one of the most dominant military powers of the ancient world. But unlike Athens, which celebrated art, democracy, and philosophy, Sparta focused entirely on warfare. Every part of Spartan society was built around a goal of producing elite soldiers. Their entire political system, ruled by two kings, a council of elders, and overseen by ephors, was designed to preserve stability and military readiness. In Sparta, childhood was short. At age 7, Spartan boys were taken from their families and thrown into the agoge, a harsh, state-run training program. There, they learned to fight, endure pain, survive with little food, and obey orders without question. They were deliberately underfed, forced to steal to survive. If caught, they were punished not for stealing, but for getting caught. Discipline was everything. Boys slept on reeds they cut themselves. They marched barefoot and were flogged regularly to test their endurance. The weak, left to die, or never trained at all. Only the strongest were raised as true Spartans. Surprisingly, Spartan women had more rights than most in ancient Greece. They were educated, trained in sports, and expected to maintain strong bodies to bear strong sons. They could own property and ran households while men trained or fought. The famous phrase, "Come back with your shield or on it," was spoken by Spartan mothers to their sons, encouraging honor in battle over cowardice. But this powerful Spartan system had a dark side. The Helots, an enslaved people mostly from Messenia, outnumbered Spartans nearly 7-1. They worked the land, fed the army, and bore the burden of Sparta's survival. To prevent rebellion, Spartans lived in constant fear. Every year, young Spartans were sent on secret missions to assassinate any Helot who appeared too bold. This krypteia was a chilling method of control and a grim reminder of how power was maintained. Spartan soldiers were known as hoplites, heavy infantrymen equipped with bronze armor, round shields, spears, and swords. They fought in the phalanx, a tight formation that moved like a wall of iron. Discipline, coordination, and courage made Spartan phalanxes nearly unbeatable. They rarely broke rank, even in the face of death. Training was lifelong. Even Spartan kings fought on front lines. For Spartans, death in battle was the greatest honor. Retreat or surrender was disgraceful. This was not just military doctrine. It was their entire identity. The most legendary moment in Spartan history came in 480 BC, the Battle of Thermopylae. King Leonidas led 300 Spartans, along with several thousand Greek allies, to block the Persian invasion under Xerxes. Though vastly outnumbered, they held the narrow pass for days. When betrayed and surrounded, Leonidas and his 300 chose to fight to the death. Though they lost the battle, their courage inspired all of Greece and eventually led to Persian defeat. Hollywood made it legend, but in truth, it was bravery rooted in training, brotherhood, and honor. But even the strongest fall. After their victory in the Peloponnesian War against Athens, Sparta became arrogant. They refused to change, resisted diplomacy, and made enemies fast. Eventually, the Thebans, once their allies, defeated them at the Battle of Leuctra in 371 BCE. Over time, Sparta faded into history, no longer a major power by the time of the Romans. The Spartans weren't perfect. They were brutal, rigid, and relied on slavery to survive. But they were also fearless, loyal, and disciplined beyond imagination. Their legacy lives on, not just in legends, but in the very word Spartan, which still means strength through simplicity and honor through sacrifice. Please like and subscribe to see more interesting history facts on the World TV News History World.